So the reason why social psychology has studied this groupthink phenomenon is because we can look back in history and see examples where groups of people who were all educated, knowledgeable, sensible humans come to decisions and you're like, how did anyone think this was a good idea? And then when they examine what was happening in those discussions, you see that several people doubted the group decision, really disagreed with it, but the groupthink process silenced and sidelined that disagreement.
And this is a very widely studied phenomenon in social psychology. Groupthink's this idea where essentially the group converges on a solution and they essentially try to suppress a disagreement, diverging opinions, and they're really valuing agreement over the actual, sometimes, task of the group itself.
Yeah. So one of the most famous examples has to do with the space shuttle, the Challenger, which exploded. It was a disaster. People's lives were lost. And afterwards, people thought, well, there's a whole team of NASA engineers who approved this launch. How did they come to this decision? And it turns out that several people actually knew that the problem could be a real problem. They knew that these O-rings in the Challenger were not tested in the very cold conditions that were happening on launch day, and that it was potentially going to be a deadly explosion. But because of this groupthink phenomenon, their dissenting opinions were silenced, and they even self-silenced because they wanted to go along with the group.